All right,
All right,
let's get the show
so
on the
we're on to
road.
the next video.
So this
and it
one
would be
is
the
going to be a
to-do
longer
app.
one.
So as you can
with the
see,
Mills
I've
app.
gotten
So
everything here 100% complete.
some
Kind of
core
just
concepts. You guys are kind of build
trying to finalize everything
between
as I said in
screens. So
previous
it's kind of core
videos and
concept
get
that we learn
everything
in
kind of
between. Yeah, it was a lot of core
track my
concepts.
steps
3
to what I
hours and
did in the
24 minutes.
previous ones and
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
went
27
over
lectures.
these
Probably
lectures and kind of get my brain working. This one's a
around
shorter
9
one,
hours for
so
all
it'll
this with the
be
meal plan and
quicker than the
everything.
other videos. I hope that's
Like
okay.
2 to 3
There's just
coding.
less concepts,
Yeah, it's
but I will
just
go over
extensive.
them. So this is
these
actually
kind
a
of help
presentation of
guide me into
application.
the
This is
actual
to-do app.
application.
So you obviously have the
plan.
widget
So
with the sort
we
of
had the first one,
descending,
which kind of draws
the
up the
button.
basic, and then
It's just a lot of
wanted to
custom
add animations
widgets.
to make it more
It just shows the
functional
UI
and kind of add
efficiently.
more fluff to the
Gives element
application and
trees
more
that basically
I call kind
reuse
of
many of the elements as
and
needed,
kind
and then renders a
more
tree
implementation
into
of
updated partially.
things that you would see in the real world.
Differences between the old and new element tree are
draws your attention
detected,
to
and
it.
then we learn basically new keys.
But yeah,
stateful
so
widgets,
let's begin talking about it.
which basically might
and demonstrate.
lose their state if used without keys, basically. So you want the data, you have the models, you have the screens, widgets.
You have the widget. This would be
basically
the first
make
one
sure that
without
another look at bar, final, and
kind
constant,
of fluff, as
and
I
the
said.
differences and assigning
this
a value
one,
and editing a value in memory. So basically those are like the kind of key synapses concepts of it. We basically learned just the 3 trees: the widget tree, the element tree, and then the render tree, and how to use all 3 of them as seen here. Make sure UI is updated, necessary builds, a setup, and then understanding the key keys and making sense of bar, final, and constant.
Talking about it while it's building
here.
So
Basically in this section we're doing a Mills app where we can basically dive into Mills, mark them as favorites, and have a favorite tab, kind of have filters, and
which
set
is
different
basically
filters,
showing you
and basically add
stateful widget,
favorites,
and then you got the keys,
categories,
you got the 2 items, you
building
got the
this
button,
application,
the main
you can use
function,
the
navigation
bar,
on it,
the
the
multi-screen,
and the UI
flutter
updates.
apps,
So
and basically learn to remove screens
and
pop,
the center of the column,
and
text,
even
kind of
navigate to new screens.
kind of built and how to solve
a basic problem in this one.
Yeah, just super easy one,
you can see
which I needed after the other ones to kind of give me a break from kind of
pop it up
it all, but it still took me a while. This one still, I say, took me a couple hours just because I wanted to really learn
more
stateless widget, kind of all the
super functional
kind of core concepts and overall kind of how to.
But yeah, it's just
multi-screen
Flutter apps
from scratch.
Pretty difficult application.
It wasn't
this
as
kind of
difficult,
into the next
but it was
level
definitely
programming in Dart,
challenging.
Remotely.
So thank you, Dr. Grisham.
I didn't use screens and
navigating
applications. It's just a method of replacement and push. Basically replace a currently active screen with a new screen. It's basically a concept. And you learn to end this whole navigation concept and having these stacks of screens where you push new screens onto the stack or pop them off of that screen, basically. So as I can show you, I'll be like popping it on, taking the screen off, popping it on, taking the screen off. As you can see, you could actually, if you look at it, it will show you like this, moving away from the screen, moving into the screen. And going forward, we just have a deeper and just bigger level of the screen navigation and navigation bar. This was definitely more on that level of that. And then the current tab, and also colors, and just side drawers and different kind of navigation features that basically make full control of the processing going forward, kind of just the content on the screen and working to control everything and all these functions. So the data pass these things along are just key concepts that we kind of learn through the implementation of this. Just kind of some of the things that we did were kind of the grid view, the widgets for screens, the adding Mills data to it, the cross-screen navigation, mill term widget. Just certain stuff like this is just kind of the useful tools, applying filters. As you can see, let me see, just dummy data category. We go to models category. You see it shows this, whereas it would be the color coordinated of the actual feature, which you go in here and you have it. So it's just all the little meal data. So it has it all ID'd and categorized, and the steps and the screens, categories, meals, filters, the details. It's just all categorized. So as you see, every little thing you need to, and you go for one meal. So these helps with the screens, this helps with the models, and the widgets obviously out with the functionality, and then you have your main kind of connecting and drawing them all together and drawing the main first screen that you get. So that'll be the first one, and then I will go to the second one. That should be 6. Open forwarders. We got 7. Sorry about that. All right. So this one should have more of the fluff and kind of functionality and kind of implementation of the animation. So we will go into that, and I will load it. Let's do this. And while it's loading, I'll just go over basically what was covered, and this section is basically learning to add animations, explicit and implicit animations, which basically own an explicit animation, sorry about that, by creating and initializing a controller element and kind of an animation controller, which name suggests configures the controls of an animation and start manually. You can basically use this in a widget tree to animate wherever you want the animate to help with the animated builder. Basically, it's just a slide transition where animated data and animated value can be more precise. It translates into states and provides the end value. Explicit animation, however, gives you a lot of control and power. It also increases the complexity, of course, and it often makes it more detailed screen and can begin with widgets and 2 different types of widgets, set widgets and rotational transition, which basically help in the part with the animation, and basically also a hero widget, which more or less helps you kind of animate to the Flutter apps and kind of give you a look at the official documentation to learn more about all these different pre-built and implicit animation widgets. Is basically the core concepts that we're covering here in this one to add animation. So see, kind of add animation. It's just adding a little bit more fluff is basically what it is. That is all it is. So it's just a little bit more into it. It's just animation. As you can see, the screen's different. So it just makes it pop more, which is what you want. You want apps to be user-friendly. You want the user's attention to be drawn to it, and you want your client to be happy. You want your client to be able to get what they want from it. And as you can see, the kind of core categories that we changed in this, where we basically added providers, which basically give like favorites, filters, meals. It just basically adds that. The provider was probably the more complicated one for me to understand, but basically these are favorites, the meal plan. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. I don't want to go rambling on any more than I already have, but that's kind of synopsis of this one.